Previously on Plotting Parsons.
She reaches into her bag again and she pulls out the case. It's like a foot long, pretty skinny.
Thank you for this. I've been looking for a glasses case for a while.
Inside's a dagger. On the hilt of the dagger, there's an inscription of a bear. She pulls her sleeve up a little bit and you see a tattoo of a bear on the inside of her forearm. I don't know exactly why you guys are here. I suspect it's because of something Lord Delworth did. Because he hurt you guys or he hurt someone you care about. We all feel this way. It's time to end that cycle.
Oh boy.
The walls are coming down, and you gotta think, which side do you want to be on? In the hallway, where all the knights' boarding is, there's 5 vases sitting along the wall. The middle one, it has a good chunk of money in it. If you do this, take it all. I'm not sure what to tell you about the lizard faces. And she looks down at Steve Jr. and she's like, you brought a pig?
So why don't we stage a crime where I'm the criminal in my ninja costume and you can take me to the dungeon. And I have a pet pig.
The guy that came up to you guys, he looks at you, Steve, and he's like, what are you, a new guy?
Yes.
Let's get something straight, new guy. In this room, what I say goes. And what I say is we're slaughtering the pig.
Hey, what did that pig eat earlier today? Was it a piece of rotting meat?
Steve Jr.'s face contorts, and then he lets out, it's not a fart, it is worse. And it goes all over the floor.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The guard's
And
like,
I really think by now my dragon face should show up.
he's like, what the? And he drops the pig.
Hello.
It smells terrible, and your face becomes a dragon.
I'm gonna be a giant rat.
You get to the back door. You notice there's a gap.
Okay, I'm gonna try to squeeze through.
You get stuck halfway in. Cookie, there's a big cell. And inside the cell, there are 2 dwarves and a goblin. And they throw you in.
What's up, boys? You think we're the chosen ones?
No, definitely not. Recap a few things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna retcon one thing, and that is Dongtown. I decided that I don't like that name very much.
But I like it. I like Dongtown.
Yeah, keep that to yourself.
It's a weird name. That's good.
That name's gone. Instead, it's called Bellevue, that city, and Dingville is still around.
How about I like Dongtown.
I really questioned Dongtown when it came up, but I didn't want to say anything.
I openly questioned Dongtown afterwards.
That city never existed and never will exist.
I misremembered. Sorry, guys.
So you are a diplomat of Bellevue now. Does someone want to recap what happened last time?
Well, we tried to rescue our friend from the dungeon, and it failed pretty badly for a few reasons.
It was in the episode. Steve Jr. almost died. Cause he did.
So we found what's his face? Can't remember his name.
His face.
Delvin. Found Delvin, but we failed to actually get him. Many people almost died, but we're okay now, and we're going with a new strategy, which is I will be a rat and you're a diplomat over there, Cookie.
Who wants to talk about the plan that you guys are doing now?
No,
I wouldn't say it's a very well-hatched plan, but I am now a diplomat, so I'm visiting from the town of Bellevue. I'm here to visit the king.
You did our makeup, so we look like humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's important.
Anything we're missing, Zach?
Oh no, you're the one with notes.
I didn't take notes on our plan. That was our group plan.
Well, you guys are underneath the
A bad team.
food storage room in that little secret entryway tunnel.
Uh-huh.
And Bill just deposited you there and told you to come up with a new plan and did some makeup, and here you are. What do you do?
So I guess what we need to decide is if we plan to go back into the dungeon where all those guards are, or cause a distraction elsewhere and hopefully get the guards to leave, like was suggested to us, or if we want to go up into the castle. I feel like those are our three options.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think we should probably.
we split up and everyone had a position last time, but I wonder what those positions were.
Well, I think last time we were planning on trying to find him. We know where he is now.
Yeah, then we split up and had someone and someone go to go get Delvin, and someone do something else.
Oh, you're talking about cause the distraction.
Yeah, I guess.
Some people, you're right. We had said that some people should go cause the distraction and some people should go and try to get Delvin.
I mean, I know causing distraction was for me, and I think Dana, and probably Ted.
You're on team cause a distraction?
Yeah, I don't want anything to happen to my pig again.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with Steve Jr.?
Yeah, are there any did I ever find any places to put animals?
There was literally a room with hay.
Yeah.
Seemed like it was made just for storing our pig.
There's a room full of right, it had hay and trappings and trimmings. I don't know what they're called. Barrels
Trimmings.
of oats, different hoes and spades and shovels and such. But there was no door on it. It was kind of like the food storage room where it was just an open doorway.
Do you think I'm bummed? I was like, oh, I can give him my sleep mushroom, but I had to use that on someone else before. Should have taken more than one, knowing our crew.
If you look around the tunnel you're in,
Or we put him in a barrel.
put him in a barrel.
We could put him in a barrel.
That's not a bad idea.
Sorry, you were gonna say we see something?
No, you just noticed that the entryway, the way out, the tunnel back, it's a pretty narrow entryway. You feel like you could block it off if you had the right thing.
I wonder if a barrel fits.
Why don't you try?
Hey, Steve, you want to try to get Steve Jr. situated?
Sure. Then maybe things will actually go better.
That's the plan. We do want it to go better than last time.
So explain to me what you do.
I'll try the barrel. Well, where's the barrel?
You're in the secret room under the storage room you have been entering and exiting from, the one that's full of barrels full of stuff.
So lots of barrels.
There's a ladder that leads up from your room that you're in to a little secret doorway that's blocked by some hay and a barrel, pretty heavy barrel.
Well, I'm just gonna try and figure out if there's an opening to the barrel.
Which barrel? There's a bunch of barrels in this room. Do you go up into the room?
The big barrel. Yes.
Okay, you go up into the room and you're looking at this barrel. I guess do a perception check on it.
Perception check.
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 11.
Okay, with an 11, you notice the barrel's very heavy, and you know it's full of something.
So maybe one of the other barrels might be a good move.
Maybe we should empty it out.
No, don't empty it out.
You
Maybe
notice
Maybe we could use one of the many other barrels in the room.
a bunch of other barrels in this room, guys.
But what about what's in the barrel?
I would like to try to empty out the barrel.
No, Nick. No, Cookie. No, Cookie. Don't do that. I just want to look at what's inside of the barrel.
I would like to look at what's inside too by emptying it out.
No, you can just open it and look inside of it.
Then you can't see what's on
Or
it.
we could remember that we are on a very important mission right now. And
do a perception check, Steve. Another one.
Okay. 11. The same exact thing.
Okay. While you're thinking and I guess yelling back down the stairs to Cooki and Theeva, you hear footsteps.
uh-oh.
Why don't we just hide in the secret room for a bit until the footsteps go away? And also put the pig in the secret room.
Let's also hide behind the barrel.
Steve, what do you do? Footsteps are getting louder.
Hide behind the barrel!
You just hide behind the barrel.
You're a giant dragon.
Well, is the barrel close to the wall?
We're
barrel.
gonna get so busted.
The barrel.
I'll yell to Steve and say, "Steve, come over here."
Come
In
back
a whispery yell, like Steve. Psst.
I'm gonna go where Cookie is.
You go back down into the secret room.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you like trying to listen in or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, anyways.
You are? All right. So you're like up against the little hole in the wall that you've been crawling in and out of, with your ear against it, and roll a perception roll.
Sure. Oh, I got a perfect 20.
So the perfect 20, you can hear them pretty clearly. You hear what sounds like two sets of footsteps walk in, and you hear one woman saying, "And what did she say she wanted from you?" And then another guy say, "Oh, yeah, she wants oats and barley." "Okay, which one of these?" And you hear like some shuffling around, and she goes, "Oh boy, this is almost empty." And you hear some like scooping sounds, and she's like, "We're gonna have to get some more oats soon." You hear some more rustling around, and they're like, "All right, let's go back up," and they leave.
Cool. I'll exit again.
You go back into the storage room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Cookie, do you see what barrel they might have been talking about that's almost empty? If we want to try to put Steve Jr. in a barrel, that could be the one.
Why don't we just leave Steve Jr. in the secret spot that we're in?
Right,
Doesn't
and
that make more sense?
maybe try to block it. But I think Steve was trying to put him in the barrel. But I agree with you. I think it might make more sense to make a pen type of situation with the barrels.
All right, well, I'll look inside that barley and wheat barrel.
So your perception was pretty good. So you know which you can deduce which barrels they were talking about for which one. The oat barrels in the like corner farthest from you. You're like in the southwest corner of the room when you pop out from the secret ladder. The oat barrel is in the northeast side of the room, while the sounds like the barley barrel was one of the two barrels sitting in the northwest part of the room.
I'll go to the northwest part of the room and look for the barley barrel.
Okay. So the barrels are unsealed. What do you do?
They're unsealed?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take the barley barrel.
I'm gonna go up to help him.
You don't know which barrel is the barley barrel. You just
I'll open one. I'll open up the right one and look inside it.
Okay. Yeah, the right one's filled with barley, but it's almost filled to the top.
I am going up to help him.
What about the left one? I'll open up the left one.
Well, we need to find the oats, not the barley.
The left one is full of some sort of liquid.
What kind of liquid? Can I taste it? Do a perception check?
You can taste it or you can smell it. Do whatever you want.
I'll taste test it.
Okay. You don't need to roll for this. It's wine. Maybe sherry.
Nice.
It's actually sherry.
Does anyone have like a cup or something that I can put wine in so that I'm more distinguished as a diplomat?
No, unfortunately, I'm not just carrying a goblet around with me.
Yeah,
but
Ted's like, yeah, let me just get the goblet out from my bag I've been carrying around.
Wait, Ted, do you actually have a goblet?
No, I don't have a goblet.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna do a perception check and see if I can find a goblet in the room with the wine.
Okay. I'm
gonna look in the barrels for some oats.
There's a bunch of crates in the room that you could scrounge through, I'm sure. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Alright, do an investigation check.
I got a 6 on my roll.
So you get +2 on that, so you are at 8.
8.
With an 8, you pry open one of these crates, and it breaks, and out rolls a few plates, and like a kitty cup.
Oh, wow, that's good. That'll give me something. Are there other crates?
There are, but you just like burst this one open when you tried to open it, and so you can keep trying, but you're gonna be destructive. You're pretty sure.
Okay, I'll just take the kitty cup and settle for that. I'll get a cup of the wine in the kitty cup. What's on the kitty cup, by the way? What's the picture?
It's like an etching of a horse.
Oh, nice.
While this is happening, I am going to move the barley barrel such that it would block the hallway.
The barley barrel is very heavy.
Can I try?
You can try, but you're gonna have to bring it down a whole ladder.
Aren't we supposed to look for the oats barrel? The one that's
we're trying to make
nearly empty?
Right, but we're trying to block we were trying to block Steve Jr. in instead of put Steve Jr. in the barrel.
You got a 10, it looks like, for strength.
Yeah.
You can't lift it. You can't even lift it off the ground.
Hey, Steve, why you want to come help me out moving this big, heavy barrel?
I thought Steve was looking for the oat barrel.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Cookie, you know where the oat barrel is. Do you tell him?
Well, which barrel is Steve currently looking at?
I don't know. What barrel are you looking at, Steve? Okay. You picked the northeast corner, top right.
Good job, Steve. That's the right corner.
All right, Steve, you go up to this barrel and you pry it open?
Yep.
Okay. You open it up and it looks like it's maybe like 10% of the way full, maybe even a little bit less of oats. So most of it's empty.
Well, that's better than barley.
What do you do?
I'm gonna try and put Steve Jr. in.
You're just going to put him in?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to put this crate back together. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to look like it hasn't been ransacked.
Okay. Steve, do an animal handling check to see if you can coax Steve Jr. into this barrel. And Cookie, I wish there was a better one for it, but
I got a 6.
you got a 6. You like pick Steve Jr. up and he's like oinking madly and kicking and he won't let you put him in the barrel. Cookie, I guess do a survival roll.
Alright, what's my survival?
You get +3 on it.
Alright, I got a 12, so +3 is 15.
Okay. Yeah. How are you trying to put this back together?
Well, I've got my Tinkerer's kit. I like put it out on the ground and I try to like put the pieces of, I assume it's wood, put
Yeah.
the pieces of wood back together with the stuff, most of the stuff inside,
Okay.
so that it just stays up.
Okay.
Kind of like when you break something that belongs to somebody else and you try and like fit the pieces back together so they don't notice when they look at it.
Yeah,
Well, they
you
pick
like
it up.
put it back together and you like look to Ted and you're like, does this look right? And Ted's like, oh, it's like crooked, but I guess it's fine.
Leave it to Ted.
So does anyone want to help me with this barrel? Can try to block Steve Jr. in.
Alright, I'll help. I'm really strong and big.
Yeah, thanks, Cookie.
And you have 2 legs.
So you're gonna try and take this full barrel of barley down the ladder.
Yeah, I'm
we
wondering if
definitely just
maybe
roll it,
roll it down the ladder, it'll break.
drop it.
That's a bad idea.
I'm just gonna try and carry it.
Can I ask a question? Were there barrels they're just barrels in this room, right? There's not barrels down in our secret room.
No barrels down in the secret room.
Okay. Cookie, no offense, but maybe Steve or Ted want to help me out with this since they're not already injured.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
help.
pretty offended. I'm gonna try and lift it up by myself.
Okay, do a strength roll.
I got a 4.
You can't budge it. You like get a hernia while trying to lift it up.
I give up and head towards the exit of the room, towards
Okay.
the hallway.
You're trying to go towards the hallway. Okay.
Yeah.
Ted's like, sure, I'll help you, but this is a pretty heavy barrel. I don't know.
But I still want to help.
Okay, all 3 of you roll strength.
14.
What'd you get, Steve?
12.
Okay, and Ted got, I think, a 18.
Why
19.
does me and Theeva always get bad rolls?
So with all those rolls, you're able to lift the barrel up, but it's very heavy. And as you can like waddle towards the ladder, but you're not really sure how you're going to proceed down.
All right. Maybe we want a less filled barrel. Should we put some can I do a perception? I believe perception. Can I see if I think the other barrel would keep Steve Jr. in?
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
We
I
can't
don't quite
follow the
understand.
pig.
Why can't we just leave the pig in the secret room and then put a barrel in front of it like it was there before and then leave? Do
We
we
don't
think
want
Steve
him-
Jr. is going to climb up the ladder?
No, we don't want him going back out down the tunnel. All of those tunnels, it goes, remember Penny was saying it's like miles and miles of tunnels.
Oh, well, why don't we just like put a lot of food down there? Like tilt the barley barrel so that the barley falls out and then just let Steve Jr. eat it while
Yeah,
we're gone.
Yeah, but what about when someone walks by and hears nom 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 nom? nom.
That's fine.
Or
I'm
is
sure we can figure something out for that.
Okay, So, what was I able to tell? Am I able to tell? What am I doing in order to tell about this barrel?
What are you trying to figure out about it?
I just want to see, like, based on its weight, does it feel like it would be heavy enough to block Steve Jr. from, like, pushing it over and...
Sure. With your last strength roll, you go over and you try and pick it up, and you can pick it up, but it's heavy. It's like Cooki weight at least.
Okay, why don't we try this barrel, guys?
Are we putting it on top of Steve Jr.?
No, just blocking the hall so that way when we leave him in the secret room, he doesn't disappear in the tunnels forever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We could just put it on top of him. Poke a
No.
hole in. Why not?
A hole is not big enough.
It seemed pretty heavy, like I couldn't move it myself. I'm going to have to get help again.
You can lift it yourself. You're not sure you can bring it down the ladder, but
Tim, how much time has passed?
you've been in this room for you've been trying to figure this out for like 20 minutes.
So, anyone
Jeez,
want to help me with this?
That's even less than real time.
Yeah, Ted can help you with it. Steve, do you help?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
I am going to take a full drink of this wine.
Okay. You finished your kitty cup. You guys don't have to roll again. You already rolled.
That's all we need. A caffeinized cookie.
With the rolls you did, Ted caffeinized. Ted walks it down from the bottom down the ladder, and you guys pushed from the top, and you're able to get into the secret room. You put it so it's blocking the tunnel, and yeah, Steve Jr.'s just in there. It doesn't look like he can squeeze past it.
Hooray! All right.
All right, I'm gonna refill my kitty cup.
Okay, yeah, you dip into this sherry bottle or sherry barrel again.
All we need is a double caffeinized cookie.
Yeah, this is the barrel's titled like Fantasy 4 Loco.
Great.
Nice.
All right. Shall we head out and start the distraction?
Sure, but I'm a lightweight, and I just drank a whole cup of wine, so you'll have to keep me under control. That's not part of my cover.
Yeah, it hasn't hit you yet, but it will.
I'm just going to gently suggest that maybe you don't continue drinking the next cup.
Suggestions are suggestions.
Yeah,
So we'll see what happens.
they are.
Okay, what do you guys do now? You put Steve Jr. after much conversation and deliberation into a makeshift pen.
I'll walk outside and look to see if anyone is in the hallway.
You just walk into the hallway.
Yep.
There's like 20 guards and they murder you.
Well, I'm gonna fight back.
Noticing that Cookie looks like he's about to just walk out into the hallway, I say, "Hey, Cookie, maybe you should listen first, or check and see if it sounds like people are out there."
There isn't even a door. I'm just gonna walk out.
You walk out, and luckily there's no one there. It's the same thing you saw before. To your right, there's some stairs that lead back up into what you assume is the rest of the castle. To your left is the rest of the hallway. Down that way on the right's a little open entryway into another storage room you've seen before that we talked about earlier, and then a closed door which leads to the dungeon area and where all the guards are.
How do we know that?
All right, I look back and say, "Don't worry, guys. The coast is clear. We can go."
All right, I follow him.
Where do you go? You're in the hallway now.
Well, we gotta go up the stairs now.
Okay.
Right? We're not going back into the dungeon.
Not yet.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, we need people to leave the dungeon before.
We gotta create our diversion.
Wait, we also don't have a key yet. Did we figure out the key situation?
You remember the head guard has the keys to all of the cells except for the petty criminal cell, which all the guards seem to have a copy of a key to.
All right, we'll have to figure that out as we go, unless you have a plan.
I don't think you're gonna be able to figure anything out.
I don't currently have a plan for that.
All right. Well, first things first, we should look around for the head guard. Theeva, you can probably turn into a rat again and try and steal it.
Yeah, maybe that will be my.
I'm also good at stealing.
Okay, so shall we head up the stairs in discreet fashion, trying to find the head guard?
Why do we need to be discreet?
I mean, we don't want to
Let's
invite.
just start walking up the stairs.
Okay. You start walking up these stairs. I guess Cookie's leading. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm following behind, pretending like I am tasked with keeping track of this diplomat.
Okay, you walk up the stairs, and this is what you see. You're in this very big and impressive space. It's a giant, like, rectangle. You're coming from the northwest corner up these stairs. There is a door leading out kind of close to the stairwell that leads out to the northwest side, on the west side of the wall. There's another big door that's on the north side of the wall of this room. In the middle, there's this big, grand spiral staircase that heads up to another part of the castle. There's another doorway on the... Sorry, when I was saying west before, I meant east. That's the side of the room. I'm just going to say right,
Oh boy.
bottom.
I'm getting a great picture of this place.
That's just going to be easier. So on the top side of the room, there's a big double door. On the top right side of the room is the stairwell you came out of. On the right side of the room near the stairwell is a door leading somewhere. Across the room on the other side, on the left side, which is quite far away, is another door. And then a huge wooden door with like a metal bar through it is at the bottom of the room. And does anyone want to do a perception check to see what else they might notice?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yep.
Nah.
13.
Okay, Steve, what did you get?
I got a 12.
Okay, you both will notice different things. Steve, you feel your stomach grumble a little bit, and you realize it's because you're smelling food wafting through the cracks in the doors. The big double doors at the top of the room smells very good to you. And Theeva, you notice there are a few portraits hung on the wall. They're just throughout the room. The one that's closest to you, you take a look at briefly. It's of this old, regal-looking elf woman. She has a crown of thorns and roses on her head, and she's standing, looks like outside the city, hands outstretched, holding a gnarled staff with a red stone in it. And beyond her is the walls of the city of Denethen.
Did you watch Onward yesterday?
No.
Oh, that's funny. Sounds like the Onward staff.
Oh, that's funny. Nope.
Do I know anything about this?
Roll a history check.
Hey Tim, you were supposed to watch Onward yesterday.
19.
Yeah, what happened?
I never said I was definitely going to watch it yesterday, but I'm going to watch
Actually, you were supposed to watch a lot of movies yesterday.
it. Well, I didn't get to any of them. With a 19, you realize you've heard of this woman before. She is Queen Borela, and she, you remember, with her staff, rose the walls of Denethen and created the city as it is today from nothing. So you know that the walls aren't actually made with sweat and effort. It was actually made by magic, and that was this woman who did it.
Interesting.
Do another perception check.
18.
You notice that at some point while you're looking at this tapestry, a woman had come up to you and was looking at it with you.
Oh.
And she turns to you and she says, "Isn't this a great painting of the queen?"
It most definitely is. It's beautiful.
What
I'm
brings
excited to meet the queen. Oh wait, am I in this?
You can
Where she is?
you can
I'm
be.
excited to meet the queen. I say,
Okay.
typing in.
She says, "Oh, this queen, she lived many, many, many years ago. You know about Queen Borela?"
I know a little about her. We've heard of her.
I haven't heard of her at all.
She was
From an island city. I have no idea who she is.
yeah. I've done a little studying on the places we're going to visit with our diplomat friend here, but
Where she looks at you, Cooki, and she smiles and she says, "Where are you from? Where are you visiting from?"
I grew up in Bellevue, and I am a diplomat from Bellevue, the island city. Have you heard of it?
Oh yeah, I've never been on the ocean before, but I know that they take trade out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Every now and
It used to
then.
be called Dongtown back in the day, but recently got changed.
That's pretty ridiculous. And Ted's like, "Oh yeah, and we're showing His Majesty around. His Majesty, his Sir Diplomat, sir."
Thank you. for all of that.
She's like, my name's Sasha, and I work throughout the castle, generally like making food, and we're preparing a feast right now, actually.
Oh, that sounds like a great time. What is the feast for?
She shrugs her shoulders and she says, we have to set up a feast pretty much weekly, and no one really knows what it's for. But
there's not a big celebration? You just set up the feast and leave it?
Yeah, that's the orders we got, and overnight it just disappears.
No one attends the feast?
She shrugs her shoulders again.
I have to go for my call, sorry.
Okay. Then she says, well, I can tell you a bit about Queen Barela if you're interested.
You know, Theeva was the most interested of all of us. I don't know why she just walked away from our conversation like that. That's a little rude. But sure, you can tell me about Queen Barela. I'll just relay the information to her.
She says, yeah, Queen Barela.
How about we tell her that we all died? Dana.
That would be a
Queen
fun
Barela.
trick. That would be a fun trick. What's the lady's name that we're with?
Sasha.
Queen Barela.
Sasha, play along with us. When Theeva comes back, we'll pretend we died.
Yeah, okay.
But first, let's hear about Queen Barela.
Queen Barela was the queen of Denethen, the first queen, wife of King Denethen I, who passed before her. And after his passing, which came after a brutal invasion, she rose the walls of Denethen that you see today with her staff, which they say is buried with her below this castle. Actually, legend has it.
Oh,
And
wow.
she ruled for many years and was well loved. This was, of course, when the family of Denethen ruled the city, and not the Delworth family before the wars.
Do you think it's buried with her in the crypt? I've heard of somehow.
I've only heard rumors of there being a crypt. I know as much as you, apparently. Can I show you any more of this castle? Your diplomat, sir diplomat.
We would love to see more of the castle, but I did have a question for you. You know, you just mentioned that Queen Bellevue used magic to create this whole city, but you know, I've noticed since coming here, I haven't seen any magic.
She nods her head and she says, "Yes, well, the Denethens were a very strong magical elven family that ruled the city of Denethen for many elven generations, which of course was equivalent to almost 2 millennia. But of course, you know what happened during the War of Flames. So
of course, I would love to hear your recounting of it though, because I'm just trying to hear as many stories as I can.
Oh, I'm sure you can read all about it in the library if you haven't already.
I actually don't have a library card because I'm a diplomat visiting. So I actually am not able to. It's a weird rule. You probably wouldn't know about it. I'm not allowed in the library because of that. You can't even search it if you tried. It's just something that the librarian, told
do
me.
a deception roll to see if she believes you.
I got a 12, but I think deception is
that's a strong suit of yours. It's +5.
Yeah.
And she's like, weird. I didn't think that's how it worked, but you must be right. Wow, that's kind of unfortunate for travelers that they can't get a library card and get books out.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. Anyways, I would love to hear your recounting of the fire, the flame, the War of the Flames, flame fire that you just mentioned.
War of the Flames. Well, most of us weren't alive, especially us humans, during the wars. But the last king of Denethen, his daughter went missing, and the dragonborn king of Ranastata, his daughter was found wearing her necklace, her pendant. That's where the war started. The Denethen family accused the Ranastad family of, I guess, kidnapping or murdering the princess of Denethen.
Oh, wow.
And declared war and attacked the city, and most of the Denethen family was killed.
Wow, that's terrible. To hear that all again.
And of course, Queen Alia, who you know, she was able to gather enough forces and consolidate them and defeat King Ranestad and reclaim Denethen. And the first King Delworth, first of his name, and she points across the way. There's a portrait of this old bearded man. She says he was instrumental in helping her win, and that's who she instated as king of the city. And now we're mostly, non-magical humans here, I'd say. Most of the magical knowledge of the Denethen family line is unfortunately lost.
Wow, what a story! Thank you,
Steve. Is there anything you want to ask her? Okay.
By the way, are you Steve? Are you in your guard costume? I forget. Can I do a perception check?
He's in his guard costume. He's a human with your disguise abilities. She actually, when she looks you up and down, she's completely convinced that you are humans.
Nice.
Oh, I really wish that that Cookie had that thing earlier.
Have you ever in your travels met a dragonborn?
No. She like rubs the back.
You're not supposed to say it like that. like there's an actual dragonborn here. Because there was
no. I mean, just back in Bellevue, we have tons of dragonborns.
Really?
Remember. Yeah.
That's very surprising. She like rubs back of her neck and she's like, I've never been out of the city, to be honest, but I'd love to one day travel. But I've heard that the dragonborn, those that weren't defeated in the war, they all went into hiding and really haven't been seen since.
Oh, well, we're an isolated island. Not many people get out to us, so they really don't know. And so we do have some dragonborns. I guess it's more like a normal town.
Thought you said it was just like crawling with them.
Well, yeah,
I thought you said it was just crawling with them.
Full of them.
When I say that, it's like more than you'd expect looking at a place like this that has no dragonborn.
Do dragonborns even crawl?
She's like, do you want to see the I have to get back to work soon, but do you want to see where we're setting up the feast?
Yeah, we would love to.
She like beckons you to follow her, and you walk through these double doors at the top of the room. She pushes them open, and you walk into this very long, large dining hall. And in the center is this very big and gaudy table. On one side, almost a throne all by itself with a bunch of chairs along the sides of this table. A bunch of place setting set, and you see already that there's some food on the table, like a full turkey. You see some like mashed potatoes and some scones and some goblets of wine. And as you walk in, you see Bill, and he makes eyes with you, and he makes eyes with Sasha, and he nods like almost imperceptibly as he walks by. And then Sasha is showing you around. She like gives a little bit of a wave to Bill, and then she says, "Yeah, this is the dining room and the ballroom when we have a big event or a dance. This is where we party." And she points.
No, I'm gonna start dancing and be like, "Party, party!"
Yeah, you know how that works.
Sasha. For some reason, when I entered this fine city, they only gave me a kid's cup with wine. Do you mind if I grab one of these goblets instead?
She's like
so indistinguished.
She's like wringing her hands, and she's like, "Oh, I'd have to ask somebody. Here, come with me. Let's see." And do a perception check, Cookie and Steve.
All right. I got a 1.
Okay. Steve?
I guess I'm a little drunk.
Steve?
Yeah.
Do a perception check.
Okay. Is Dana still gone?
Yeah.
Wait, is Theeva following us?
Yeah, I'd say Theeva's still with you. Dana had to take a call for work, but she'll be back soon.
I guess you get to do her perception checks.
I will not be doing any rolls for her. So it's up to you and Cookie for now.
What'd you get, Steve?
I got a 9. Okay.
Yeah. You don't notice anything that you might have been able to notice. You do see that there's beyond the dining room table, there is a door with a big stained glass window with light. Well, I guess it's dark. There's no light filtering through. It's just a stained glass window. When she leads you to the left, you pass by You pass by a portrait of a young man wearing a crown, like on top of a horse, in very shiny plate metal, and then you turn left and you enter the kitchen. It looks like it's a bustling room. There's two other people working, and they're like kneading dough, and they've got like a bunch of pots on the stove, bubbling or simmering. And she's like, hi, excuse me, Grace. And this like old gnome lady turns around and she's like, what do you want? Did you bring the oats? And then she sees all you and she's like, and who are these people?
Well, I just step forward and bow and say, hi, my name is Barley, and I am a diplomat from Bellevue.
I've never heard of that place.
Well, that's okay. I mean, not many people have. It's a small island town, but, I mean, I'm just trying to get some wine in a nicer cup.
Speaking of barley, Sasha, can you get us some more barley?
Ooh, nice
Sasha, can you get
timing.
more barley?
Nice timing, Barley, I say.
Sasha's like, yeah, sure. Before I go, she's like, what? She's like, oh gosh, this diplomat, his diplomat, sir, would like a goblet or glass for his wine. She looks at you and frowns, and she's like, and why do you think you deserve a glass?
I'm gonna try and charm her.
Okay.
'Cause she's a gnome too. What's
Yeah.
she wearing right now?
She's wearing like an apron and like a kind of like a hairnet. It's tying back her pointy ears.
All right, I'll say. Well, there's not really that much to compliment. I like your. I love your voice. Your voice sounds like a mermaid from the sea of Bellevue. When you yell about barley tears.
roll the charmer, I guess. Are you trying to like convince her to be nice to you, or are you actually casting charm person?
No, I'm not casting charm person. I'm just
Okay.
trying to convince her to be nice to me.
Got it. So you will roll to convince her. I guess just straight up charisma.
I got a 10, I think.
10 plus 3.
Okay.
Okay. The 13. She like frowns and she's like, what kind of accent is that anyway? No accent.
No, I mean it's I'm an old man who's traveled to many places in my life. I don't really have an accent anymore. I've kind of lost it over the years. I apologize. But I have experience to replace a charming voice.
He's like, whatever. If you stop bothering me. And she like nods to Sasha, and Sasha's like, phew. And she goes and grabs you a glass. She pauses over the very nice goblets, and she decides, looking back at Grace, against it, and picks just a regular like mug, like stone mug, and she hands it to you. Do you take it?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm working my way up.
You try and take it. Okay.
I say, all right, that's a little better. I'm working my way up.
You try and take it, and she doesn't let go immediately. And you lock eyes with her. Do a perception check.
I got an 11 plus what, 4? So 15.
You have a plus 4, yeah. So yeah, with the 15, you notice that she's holding the base of her sleeve with her other hand, and you look down as she very quickly furls it up a little bit, and you see a tattoo of a bear that you've seen before. And when she notices you noticing this, she quickly unfurls it and then looks towards Grace and shakes her head and then lets go of the mug. And she leaves because she's going to get the barley.
Okay. I had a feeling that would happen.
I don't think that's possible to have a feeling that she's gonna have a bear tattoo on her arm.
It's been happening to us a lot.
So yeah, what do you guys do?
I walk up to the lady, the gnome lady, and I lock eyes with her.
You can't lock eyes with her because she's at the counter eating some dough, and she's like, Frank, it's like this. You need like this. You put your body weight into it, and looking at you have a lot of body weight to put into it.
I go,
She looks over at you and she says, Well, you have your cup. I said don't bother me.
I lock eyes with her, and then I lean down and unfurl my leg sleeve so that she can see the shark tattoo on my peg leg.
What?
And
He's
then
like,
I furl it back up and then walk away.
She like frowns and she's like, she looks at you, Steve, and she's like, "You better keep control of your diplomat, man, and get out of my kitchen."
Okay.
Okay, so do you leave the kitchen?
Yep.
Okay, which way do you go? There's a door you came in through at the top of the room from the dining room. There's a door to your right.
Are there any stairs? Have we seen any stairs going up yet?
Yep, in the first room you were in, when you came up the stairs from the basement, there was a big spiral staircase in the middle of that room that leads up.
All right, Steve, show me a higher part of the castle. I'm ready to see the noble people of the castle.
Yes, sir. Diplomacy.
Which way do you go from the kitchen?
I go towards the stairs.
On our way out, I grab that kitty cup again and drink all the wine from that.
Okay, you're starting to feel some effects of this fantasy for Loco. I will dictate to you what that means in the future.
All right.
So Steve, you head through the door to your right, and you come back into the room that you started in. This big giant room with the tapestries on the walls, and this is where you met Sasha. There's, to remind you, big spiral staircase in the middle of the room, big wooden doors that seem to be locked with a metal bar all the way on the right bottom of the room. You are on the left side of the room. There's the double doors you already went into at the top of the room to the dining room, and a door to all the way on the right side.
All right, we're by ourselves now, right?
You are by yourselves at the moment, except you have Ted and
Theeva.
and Steve, but yeah, it's just the four of you.
All right, guys, don't forget, we need to create a distraction, and we need to find the main guard. So
Ted nods. He's like, "Yeah, sounds about right."
hopefully we can do that soon before it's too late. And are we gonna kill the king? Is that something we're trying to do?
No.
All right.
Ted's like, "I don't know. A few hours ago, you said you were gonna."
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked.
Well, I've forgotten everything since it's been like a week. I mean, it's been like a day.
It's been a few hours.
Oh, I mean, since it's been like a day. I mean, a few hours.
It is pretty late, so there aren't many people out and about, which is why you've only seen a few people. Right now, there's no one. You don't see anybody.
Well, we can count on the king to probably be in that feast because of the presence of the throne and the secretiveness of the feast. We really should have asked when that feast is going to be, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty soon since they were already ready to go. So maybe we should go up higher, see if we can find anybody. And if we can't, in a half hour or so, we should go back to the feast room and murder the king there.
Wait, what's the point of us murdering the king again?
Seems like a bad guy, and there's a lot of people in this castle now counting on us to do that.
That'll get us.
I don't know how we've met 3 people already in that boat, but
Okay, so what do you guys do?
I guess we're gonna go
upstairs.
Wait a second. Is there anyone who's looking for Delvin?
Well, we know where Delvin is.
You know where Delvin is. He's in the dungeon.
He's in the dungeon. We need to get the key from the main guard, which we haven't been able to do yet. We don't know where the main guard is.
Yeah, he ran away in a huff looking for dragonborns.
Why?
Because he saw one, your face, and then you disappeared during the commotion.
Why did I disappear?
Because you ran away.
Why did I run away?
I'm not. You. What? You were gonna get murdered.
Actually, I disappeared because I went into a barrel.
No, you didn't. That's not what happened.
Well, I did go into a barrel.
You never went into a barrel.
No, remember when Billa pulled us into a barrel?
No, he pulled you back into the secret room.
Oh.
Behind the barrel.
Secret room inside of the barrel.
There's no room inside a barrel. It's behind the barrel. But this is all semantics. What are you guys doing?
Cookie, what do you think we should do?
Yeah, I just already said we should go up the stairs. Why aren't you leading me up the stairs, servant?
Oh, well, we were busy thinking about when. Actually, we were busy thinking about slaughtering the king.
Slaughtering is an interesting word for it.
Ted's like, maybe we shouldn't be talking about this in the middle of the castle.
We're talking about this in character.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, how else will we talk about it? Gotta talk about it. We didn't talk about it earlier because we were too concerned with hiding the pig.
Very concerned with hiding the pig.
Well, let's go upstairs.
All right.
Okay. It sounds like you guys, after 10 minutes of talking about going up the stairs, finally decided to go up the stairs. So you do that. And what you see is you come up the stairs and you're on a little platform.
What kind of platform? Is it
Little one.
big? Is it small?
Little. I said at the beginning. It's a little platform.
Is it
that
medium sized?
It's little. It goes,
Oh,
you can turn right and left off of it. There's what looks like a hallway that goes both ways, and the stairs continue up.
Let's keep going.
okay. We'll keep going.
Let's
sir.
go all the way,
Diplomacy.
baby.
You go all the way.
Let's go all the way up.
Okay. You're like, forget this floor. It's boring, and you continue up, and the stairwell ends, and there's another platform, kind of like the one you were just on, that once again leads into a hallway.
All right, let's go in the hallway.
Yes, sir. Diplomacy. I go into the hallway.
Okay, which way do you turn, right or left?
I would
Well,
like
is
to
it-
do a perception check,
Okay,
see if I can hear anything.
sure.
I got a 10, 14.
With a 14, you don't think there's anyone in this immediate hallway, but you do see on both sides, there's like a rounded wall with a door at the end of the hallway.
All right, let's go right.
So you turn right off the platform and you head towards that rounded room or whatever it is, and you go inside the door.
Do you think we should knock first? Is it
Let's-
that kind of a door?
It's just a door. You're not sure what it leads to.
All right, let's just go in.
Okay, you open the door, and what you are inside is this, like, I'd say it's like an 8 foot by 8 foot circular room. There's a small spiral staircase in the center. There's the door you just came from, and to your right there's another door leading out of it, and there's big windows on the other walls looking out. And you realize what you're in is one of the big towers that are on the corners of the castle. And you can look out the window if you'd like.
Yeah, why not?
Sure, you look out the window and you have dark vision, so you're able to see that despite it being dark, you can see the whole of the city from where you're at. Because this castle's up on a hill. You see all of the buildings and the market and the drawbridge and beyond.
Wow. We're gonna look for the house that we've stayed in every day so far.
You can't see it through the window you're looking in, but if you go to the other window, you notice it. You see it. You see your little house. And you see the like housing residential structure you've met Locke in a few times and had beautiful memories at that birthday party.
I point and say, "Hey, look! Remember those places, Steve and Theeva?"
Steven nods.
Steve doesn't even say anything. Jeez. Are you there, Steve?
Steve. Oh my gosh. Steve.
Steve,
Steve.
where were you?
What are you doing?
I was there the entire time.
Oh my god. Steve's like hiding behind the door, and he comes out and he's like, haha, got you.
That makes me laugh pretty hard because I'm drunk. I take a sip of my third goblet of wine.
Oh my word. Okay.
Glass.
Sir Diplomacy, you should stop drinking.
Stop drinking. This is
You don't want to.
delicious.
You don't want
Is
to.
it delicious?
Highs or lows?
What? What's that mean?
So I'm going to roll, and between 0 and 100, if you pick highs, say 100 means it's the best thing you've ever tasted. And if you
Oh,
roll
okay.
over 1, means it's the best thing you've ever tasted.
Highs.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's decent. It's not too bad.
Nice.
It goes down. It's a little sweet on the tongue.
Delicious. All right.
What do you guys do?
Well, let's go through another door, shall we?
Do you think we should?
Well, yeah, that's the point. What else are we gonna do? Wait around?
Aha, got you on that one too.
Or we could just wait around and make noises until people come. I've got a. Why don't I play my bagpipes?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Let's keep
Cookie.
going a little higher first. Let's see if we can. Is this
Let's
the
not.
top of the tower?
Yeah, it's you're
Oh,
at the
not.
top.
Oh, this is the top.
At least you're at the top of the spiral staircase you found.
Oh, well, can I try and open one of the windows?
The windows are not openable.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
this
weird.
is a castle. They're like
not
You know,
very
they're-
functional.
they're very heavy glass on these observation towers.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Steve, what do you think we should do? I could try and play some songs till we get somebody's attention, or we can move on, go someplace else. See if we can find out more stuff.
Let's keep looking around.
All right. You heard the man. Let's keep looking around.
All right, you go back to where you came, or do you go back to
you're the Sir of Diplomacy. You're supposed to be saying if we look around or not.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's look around.
All right, do you go back the way you came into this room, or do you go through the door you haven't been through yet?
Let's go through the door we haven't been through yet.
Okay. You open up this door, and there's a long hallway, even longer than the one you had seen before. There are a bunch of doors on the right side along this hallway, and there are 5 vases on the left side of the room. The left side.
Oh, we're in a good spot. Let's get the money from the middle vase. First, I'd like to do a perception check to see if we hear anything. Obviously, we don't want to do this at a bad timing.
Yeah, do a perception check.
All right. I got a 10.
Okay. You don't hear anything in this immediate area.
Hey, listen, Steve, I don't hear anything in this immediate area, but can you listen, see if you can hear anything
Cookie, you're
in the distance?
you're being really weird.
Just do it.
Cookie, do a Constitution roll.
All right.
And Steve, are you trying to listen as well, or are you ignoring his request?
I'm just gonna pretend to not try and listen, but I'm really gonna try and listen.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got a 19.
Okay.
Perception.
You are fine, Cookie.
Nice.
What
I'll
happened
take
then?
another sip then.
I got a 19.
Okay. Steve, you're pretending not to listen, but you are extending your hearing as much as you can with your little. Even though you are made up to be human, you still have your nice dragon ears, and you hear what.
Were you about to call my dragon ears little?
Did
No,
sound like it. You did say little.
maybe I was going to say your little dragon ears, but
How
you,
are dragon ears little?
you got little dragon ears. That's what everyone loves so much about you. I think you're so cute with your little dragon ears. You feel like you hear something, like it sounds kind of like moaning or something, but it feels quite far away. Or yeah, it sounds like it is some distance from you, and not in any of the none of these chambers that are off from this hallway.
All right, maybe we should head in that direction next. But
Are there any numbers on the doors?
No, these doors do not have numbers. They're nice-ish wooden doors. They're all closed, except for one actually, which is at the end of the hallway, and it's ajar.
It's a jar. It's not a door.
Ha ha ha!
Oh, ho, ho. All right, I'd like to.
That's right, because it's a jar.
Let's look inside the center vase
Okay.
of the 5 vases.
You look inside the center vase, Cookie. Cookie, do one more Constitution roll.
This time I got a 9.
Okay.
Oh no! Why am I the one looking inside this vase?
I don't know
Oh
why
my
you
God.
I don't know why you did that, but the quick movement of your head forward into this vase, you vomit
Into the vase, right?
into the vase, and before you snap your head away because now it smells very bad, you see it's like full of gold, which is now covered
Alright.
by vomit.
Well, we should grab this. Hey, hey Ted. You got
Yeah,
a bag with you?
I have my backpack.
All right. Well, I just found a ton of gold. Remember when you had a backpack full of gold? You want to have that
Cool.
again?
I also noticed that you threw up in there.
How do you know? Did you do a perception check?
You made a bunch of sound. And I heard it splatter on the bottom of the vase.
Well, I thought
No perception
I would
check
think that.
required.
Don't you think that gold is a little bit more valuable than the loss that comes with touching vomit?
He sticks his hands in his pockets.
All right, I'll reach in and start shoveling gold into my bag.
Okay. Are you trying to get all the gold?
I'll just take it one handful at a time.
I'm gonna try and take some gold too and put it into my bag.
Okay.
Because knowing Cookie, he's probably never gonna share it.
Both of you do Constitution rolls.
I got a 14.
I got a 19.
Okay.
Sorry, 18.
Cookie, you have disadvantage on this one because of your current state.
Still a 14.
Okay. Steve, you're mostly unaffected by the gross bits of whatever. Cookie, what was the last thing you ate?
It's been a long time since I ate. I think we talked about this. I was gonna try and eat that meat and I didn't get to. So yeah, the last thing I ate is actually from that one tavern from the first town.
Butterbeer.
I imagine
Yeah.
you've eaten since then while you're on the road or something.
Yeah, I can't remember though. I don't remember what it was.
Um,
Let me take a look. I'll do a perception check to see if I can see
Okay.
what food is.
yeah, do that.
And I got a 3, so that's a 7.
Okay. You look again and you vomit more. You remember that the last thing you had was like this like cold soup that you had found on the side of the street as you were walking to the like underground criminal thing, the Wreck and Rally. You were very hungry then too, and there was some like half-finished soup on the side of the street, like partly tipped over, and you just grabbed it and ate it really quick without anyone noticing. And you realize now that that's all inside the base.
Sorry guys, cold soup.
But now it's warm.
Did I forget any gold?
Yeah, you guys picked out all the gold. There was 400 gold total, so you both have 200 gold extra. Don't know if you
nice.
share that with anyone, but Ted looks at you guys and he raises an eyebrow and he's like,
I'm gonna give 50 to Ted before he even talks.
he takes out a rag and you put it in the rag and he wraps it up and he puts it in his bag and he says, I'll get to cleaning that later.
Theeva
Okay.
has not been paying attention, so I just keep my gold.
I'm gonna ask Cookie to see if I can. I'm gonna ask Cookie to see if I have more vomit on it, or he has
You
more.
want a competition?
You want to see who has more vomit on your like per capita per gold piece? 'Cause you just gave some of yours away.
Just like the gold.
Okay, Steve, highs or lows?
Lows.
Okay, I rolled a 95. So you
There
look,
is some-
you look at your gold pieces and you realize there's like almost no vomit on them, and that Cookie's holding just like dripping, just like slopping onto the ground from between his little gnome fingers. Bits of
I don't even have gnome fingers.
No, my gnome fingers.
Steve, yours are almost clean, and you realize that after Cookie scooped his handful, he probably took most of the vomit with him.
Oh.
So Cookie wins that challenge.
Well, I'm gonna grab I'm gonna just hope that he shares. I don't really want that stuff.
Vomit. Why don't we wait
Wait.
until later?
Wait a second. How come Ted is so grossed out about just a little vomit?
It's just a little vomit.
Ted's like, I'd prefer zero vomit.
What would you like better? A little vomit with 50 gold coins, or a little vomit with let's see.
Wait, hold up, guys. We should distribute this after this stunt, because as the diplomat, I should have a lot of gold, I think. And as the guards who get underpaid, I think it would be questionable. You got searched and were found to have gold, and they would take it. So we should leave it with me for now and distribute it later. Eva isn't paying any attention anyways.
You're right. I'm gonna put mine in my backpack.
Thanks, guys.
Eva,
I'll give back the same amount as before or more later.
I never even gave it to you.
What?
I
You
put
didn't
it
give
in my.
to me?
I put it in my backpack.
No. I'm serious. You should give it to me. This is a
No.
bad call. You're gonna lose it all. Almost
Oh.
guaranteed.
Well, you're almost guaranteed to lose it all to a shark. So no, thank you.
Ted's like, yeah, your track record's bad.
That's fair point. Fair point.
Theeva like smiles robotically,
That's weird.
then walks into a wall.
I'm gonna look at Theeva and slap her.
You're gonna slap Theeva.
Medium strength.
Medium
Wait,
strength.
don't slap her in the face. She has paint on. Did you just slap her in the face?
Are you
No.
slapping her in the face? Where are you slapping
Her arm.
her? Okay, roll a strength roll.
An 11. I get 11s a lot.
An 11. You slap her on the arm, and she like looks at you and she frowns, but she stops walking into walls.
I'm gonna say there's something wrong with Theeva.
To Theeva?
Yeah.
She smiles and waves at you.
I wave back.
Why do you wave back?
I don't know.
She's literally a robot.
I'm literally drunk.
Are you guys gonna do anything else in this?
I'm gonna.
You know what?
look
I'm gonna
another
ask
vase
Theeva a question. I'm gonna ask
Eileen
her if
into
there's
another
any,
vase inside.
Which vase do you lean into, and what do you ask her, Steve?
I'm gonna ask her how much gold she got.
She says, 0 gold. I have 0 gold from Cooki.
I'm gonna look in the one to the right of the middle.
Okay, let me see. Okay, the one you look in is full of like some sort of powder.
How can the one vase that he looks in, he vomits in?
I
And that's the one that's full of gold.
Theeva just rejoined us.
I'm like half here and half gone.
We
in my-
died.
But does
We're dead.
someone want to
We died.
recap for her?
It's all your fault.
Wait, who died?
yeah, we
We.
had to restart the game from the beginning.
No, you didn't. Tell me what actually happened.
Well, we got to the
Well-
place where the king is with
And
the
then,
vases.
and then
remember?
and then the king started trying to kill us.
No,
And then
but we did look in.
and then we died.
But we did look inside the middle vase, and we got the gold.
Oh, that's
400 gold. I'm
Then
holding
he
on to
vomited in it.
most of it
and then-
for now.
And then
Yeah, it's got a lot of vomit on it, so you might not want me to share it right now.
why.
Because I'm drunk.
He's been
I
chugging,
drink.
cherry and wine.
I procured a third glass of wine, so in a cup.
Oh no, that's exciting.
She explained why there hasn't been magic for a while.
Why?
The War of the Flame,
Oh man.
which caused Dragonborns to no longer be in the city anymore.
Oh, interesting.
Stuff like that.
That's why everyone doesn't trust us.
there are dragonborns in the city.
Yeah, two.
No, Nick, in Bongville.
What?
Belleville.
Yeah, Bellevue.
Oh.
Getting a lot more.
Then they went up 2 flights of stairs, found a hallway full of vases, and then Cookie threw up in the one full of gold.
Yeah.
And then he didn't throw up in the other one, which wasn't full of
With
gold.
the powder, yeah. I
Powder?
would like to waft the powder to try and figure out what it is.
Do a perception check, I guess.
You want to walk to the powder?
So I got a 21.
21. It is ash, something that has been burned.
Oh boy.
Do a history check.
I got 14.
A 14. Yeah, sure. These look a little bit like urns.
I was gonna say, yeah. Seems like, is this the queen? You think this is the queen?
I hope that is not the queen that you just wafted.
Do a constitution check.
Oh no.
After you realize that you just wafted maybe a dead person.
I got a 9.
Yeah, you throw up again a little bit into the vase.
I'm still gonna slap Theeva again.
Again? You slapped me?
On the arm because you were being robotic.
I got a 5.
You miss her. You go slap her, but you miss her. She regains her composure and she's like, "I'm back." I guess you can say that.
I'm back.
I look into the next urn on the right. see
Why
if
did
they're
you
all
slap
active.
me?
This one too has ash in it.
Alright, I look to the one to the left.
Are you just doing all of them?
Yeah.
Do a perception check on this one.
I got a 23.
Okay, yeah, you look in this urn and you see ash in it, and you think about looking away, but then you see something glint within the ash.
Oh, might as well take it out.
I'm gonna wave to Theeva.
Okay, you fish in.
I wave
Yeah.
back.
Do
I'm
a
just gonna
dexterity
smile
saving throw.
weirdly.
And you have disadvantage on it because of your imbibe. Your
Oh, I
imbibe.
got a 2 plus 1.
You fallen.
Oh, what? What? Oh, no. How big are these vases?
They're big urns. Most of you wouldn't fit into them, but you would, and you do.
Oh, yeah.
You fall in.
I will pull him out.
Okay.
Can I get the thing?
You would have to search for it again. Do an investigation roll. Are you doing this while you're inside the ash?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, sure.
Can't get any closer. I got an 11.
Okay, with an 11, right as Theeva's reaching in to grab you, you find it and you snatch it. She pulls you out and you open your hand, and it's a ring.
The ring to rule them all?
What's that?
It's a ring. It has a little so the ring is it's metal on the top of it. It looks kind of like a class ring, in that it's like a flat surface on the top, a flat oval, and embedded into that oval is a dark gemstone.
What color?
It's dark. It's looks black right now in the lighting.
Oh, okay.
Is it dark
Well,
blue? Is it dark
You know, we
purple?
could
Is
do
it
an
dark
Arcana
gem?
check, but I think I'm just gonna put it on.
Okay,
I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
That's probably not a bad idea.
you can do an
All right.
arcana check. Go
I'm
ahead.
slowly putting it on my finger. As
Okay.
What'd you get?
you got a blah blah blah.
Okay, with the blah 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 blah, you have no idea what it is.
Cool.
Steve, where are you?
Hi.
Turning to be gone
Oh
again.
no,
Oh my gosh.
Again,
Steve, what'd you get?
Oh no,
What
yeah.
were you doing? I forget.
Arcana check.
On your ring.
Oh yeah, on the ring. I forgot about everything while we were figuring out where Steve was. Steve, what did you get?
I got a
This feels like a game show.
21.
You got a 21 after all.
Yay! Woo!
Steve, you don't know what this particular ring is or what it does, but you
After
do know.
21.
You do recognize the gemstone. You think it's a certain gemstone that activates in sunlight.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Does
Mhm.
anyone have the ability to shine sunlight on this ring?
I do,
can fake sunlight.
but I can do that too.
All right, let's do both. Wait, does it cost a spell slot for either of you?
Not
For me, no.
Okay, both of you. Just shine some sunlight on
I'm
this.
gonna quickly use my light on my nose and look at the ring.
Okay, you light up your nose and you look at the ring and nothing happens.
I'm gonna use my druid craft to create a spot of sunlight.
Okay, I'm gonna see if this actually is real sunlight or if it's actually fake sunlight.
Gotta do some research.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't think you can make sunlight.
Why not?
It's not one of the options.
Dang, that's too bad.
Okay.
You guys let me down.
It's
You're literally magical
only
beings.
harmless sensory effect. Is sunlight not sensory?
I don't think you can create light of some sort, but I don't think it's not sunlight.
Okay, so it's fake sunlight.
Yeah, and so nothing happens. Well,
But our sunlights aren't real sunlight, so they don't count.
yeah,
It's
this-
kind of
That
like
means-
when you put something that's supposed to glow if you leave it in the light and you put it under a regular light and it doesn't glow as much.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not the right energy for this magic stone.
That really lets me down.
Oh,
Can you guys become better wizards?
I'm not a wizard.
Arts slash sorry, that's me. What are you? Druid?
I'm not even I don't even know nature. So
I will say at the end of this hallway, you notice another circular room with a door.
Well, the vase room was supposed to be right outside of where the king's room is, wasn't it?
You remember the base hallway is next to all the knights' chambers.
Yeah.
wait a second. Did Nick's incident get any stuff on his diplomat suit?
Oh crap. You're right.
I'd say you're covered in ash.
Theeva, can you wash me off with rain?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I
Okay.
give him a little rain cloud, and
You gotta-
I'm gonna try and do a tiny ice beam on him.
then I will also just out of courtesy, give him a little gust of wind to dry him off.
You're gonna try and shoot him with a beam of ice.
That's a bad idea.
A small one.
You got one.
You're
you got
gonna
one
freeze
speed
him?
with this.
This is not
Spell.
a good option. I see you looking like you're getting ready to do something that you shouldn't do, and I say, hey, Steve, you maybe don't want to do anything that might kill
Make
our...
him sicker. Oh yeah.
Yeah, make him sicker.
All of you do a perception roll while you're all discussing this.
I got-
I got a lot.
I got a perfect 20.
You got a perfect 20?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the ground.
So hazy. I can't see through my drunk eyes.
I got
And
I got a perfect 20 with 23.
Dang, let's see what Theeva gets. Cookie, you're not gonna notice anything.
I got a 20 as well.
Theeva and Steve, you both hear footsteps coming from the direction of the moans, in the direction of the circular room that you haven't yet been into at the end of the hallway. What do you do?
Yeah, someone's moaning.
Remember that in your hallway there are a few doors on the right side and one is ajar.
Uh,
I
Yeah,
don't like
yeah.
doors. I mean, I do. That's where all the gold came from.
I'm gonna grab Cookie because it doesn't seem like he notices what's going on, and we're gonna duck into the door that's slightly open.
Okay. Steve, what do you do?
I'm gonna follow Theeva.
Okay, Ted does too. So you plop into this room. Do you
Wait, what was Ted's
or-
roll?
do you keep it open?
Did Ted roll?
I leave it cracked open, like just barely.
Okay, he didn't roll, but you guys already noticed the thing, so it doesn't matter. So you pop into this room. You notice it's like a pretty decent sized chamber with bed with some nice linens on it. There's a wardrobe that's open, and it looks like most of whatever was in there. Actually, no, I'll tell you. There's a helmet in the wardrobe, or it's like a suit of armor, but no suit of armor. There's a lance hanging, like propped up against the wardrobe, and you hear the door open from outside. Not the door of the room you're in, but the door of that circular room, and you hear someone walking past, huffing, and you guys hear him say, "I can't believe they wouldn't let me see Delworth. There's a dragonborn loose in the castle," and then he's gone.
Woo! I don't actually shout that because that'd be bad. But I think to myself, that must be the guard.
no, wait. Do you think so?
I don't actually know what happened in the meantime. Maybe there's other people trying to see
It's
Delworth.
probably someone else trying to see Delworth. Hey, did it sound like the guard? I feel like we would know what the guard sounds like.
That's true. I feel like we would know what the guard sounds like. I'm just going off the fact that didn't the guard go up to report the missing dragonborn?
Yeah, but I thought that guy said he couldn't see Delworth because there's a dragonborn missing in the castle.
No, he said, "I can't believe they wouldn't let me see Delworth. There's a dragonborn loose in the castle," and
I'm gonna do a perception.
that's all you heard him say.
Oh,
I did
So
a
it could go
perception
either
check,
way.
and guess what? And guess what I got again?
You got
Nice.
well,
I got a perfect 20
okay.
again.
I mean, it sounds like this guy. This guy sounds like the guard. Yeah.
Oh
I'm
dang,
gonna
maybe
do
we
it.
should all just surround him and take the key.
I was going to turn into a rat and do that, but a distraction would be helpful.
It's 4-1.
But he's a guard, and like the head guard, he has so many guards.
Yeah, why don't you try the rat thing first?
Will you guys distract him?
Do we need to?
I mean,
Sure.
he's probably going to notice the rat climbs up his pant leg, but I can try.
What if you did like Ant-Man and like went into his pocket and then became big?
I wish I had the ability to change my size.
Well, no, like became a person again.
Oh my god, that is so funny. That's terrible. That's a bad idea, but that's amazing.
Why not? What do
Um,
you think? Hey, Steve, what do you think of that idea?
Steve, did you say anything?
Are you there, Steve?
Steve,
Steve,
what happened to him?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think we're losing Isaiah.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe now's a good time to stop
Pause it.
for today. Yeah.
No, I don't think we should.
But you were literally not playing. I need to do a perception roll for good old
Ted?
guard who you don't know the name of.
Why, you think he's gonna notice the ashes on the ground?
He
In
might have
the
noticed
water?
the ashes on the ground in the puddle of water, but he didn't. He was too distracted. He rolled pretty low.
Didn't even smell the vomit. Vomited 2 times.
I know. He rolled very low, I'm telling you. It was a 5.